Thank you for tuning in to Gaspari TV Live. We're at the very end of the second day of the 2011 Olympia Expo. I'm WWE Diva Kaitlyn on Gaspari TV Live, and this here, right here, this is Stann, UFC. You're ranked number 6 middleweight. He's a very important fight coming up at 136 in Houston. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. I'm fighting at UFC 136 in Houston on October 8th against the second-ranked middleweight in the world, Chael Sonnen, who is coming off a 14-month layoff, but his last fight was actually a very close loss to the now champion Anderson Silva. So it's said right now that the winner of my next fight actually will get a shot at the title, so it's a really important fight.
How do you feel about going into it? What are your chances?
You know, I feel great about going to the fight. You know, Chael has 3 times the experience I have. He's a 2-to-1 favorite in the fight, and that's the kind of situation I like to be in. It won't be the first time in my life someone's told me I can't do something, and then I prove everybody wrong. Yeah, I've been an underdog in my last 2 fights, and I'm happy to be in that area. He's a great wrestler. He's going to try and put me on my back and really slow down the pace of the fight and grind me out, while, of course, I'll be going for the knockout like I do in all of my fights, and I plan on catching him coming in on a shot and knocking him out.
Very cool. He's got a heart of a champion. Can you tell us a little bit about what's on your face here?
Sure can. Yeah, this is just called training for a fight. So I've been in training camp for the last 10 weeks. I've been doing a lot of wrestling, and you know, this is an incidental headbutt that cut under my eye. These scratches on the forehead are both from headbutts as well, just because, you know, Chael is known as a world-class wrestler. So I'm trying to do as much wrestling as I possibly can and really get myself ready to defend his takedowns coming into this fight. And, you know, injuries are just a part of the game. So I've gone into fights with some significant injuries before. We all do. But like true fighters, we do what we get paid to do, which is go in there and fight, not back out of fights. And, you know, I'm going to take this fight and go as hard as I possibly can.
Well, Gaspari Nutrition supports you 100%, and they're so proud of all your success. And you've accomplished so much. Can you tell us a little bit about your charity and all the different things that you're doing?
Sure can. Yeah, I'm currently the president of Hire Heroes USA, which is a charity that helps veterans get jobs when they get off active duty or they get medically discharged out of the military. Currently, with our economy being in a recession right now, the unemployment rate for veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan is actually over 20%, which is twice the national unemployment rate. So, you know, our mission is obviously to end that and teach veterans how to communicate their skill sets through resumes and interviews, and then link them up with employers that have made a commitment that want to hire veterans. They're some of the most skilled Americans we have, some of the best leaders that we have, but some companies just don't realize that, and it takes an organization like me to help those veterans make the connections and land the job.
Awesome. He's so well-spoken. He makes me nervous. So you've been here all day at the expo, and you have a ton of fans, and you were signing autographs and all that. What was your favorite part about today?
It's meeting the fans. You know, that's the beauty of mixed martial arts. You know, when you see pro athletes that are football players, or baseball players, or basketball players, you know, they're all very, very wealthy, and sometimes they're given this celebrity status where they almost justify it to feel like they're too good to mingle with the common man. You know, mixed martial arts, it's a blue-collar job. We're no different than anybody else, and really, without the fans, the sport would never have grown as fast as it has. So it's really a great opportunity. You can come to an event like this, meet 500, 600 fans. Our fans are so knowledgeable, they're so passionate about the sport that it's really humbling. You know, my career is going to be over in the blink of an eye, but the opportunity to come meet the people who made it all possible really makes it all worth it for me.
Stann is a great guy. He gives back to the fans. He does charity. He really gives back, and he's super down to earth. And speaking of people like that, Rich Gaspari is, you know, very similar, and he's done so much for this business, and he's recently had an awesome transformation, and he's in great shape. And has he motivated you at all?
Oh, without a doubt. You know, his transformation has motivated all of us. The fact that, you know, at his age, decided to get in some of the best shape of his entire life. But more importantly, you know, several times Rich has gotten on board with my organization and other charity organizations that I've actually requested that he assist, and that's just amazing. I mean, he's a guy who has been very successful in his life, but he also remembers where he came from. He's overcome great adversity, so when he sees other people who are trying to overcome adversity, he's going to use the success he's had now with Gaspari Nutrition and go in and help them. And I think that makes a huge difference to people, and it's why this brand has grown so much, because people know they're not only getting great products, they're not only following great athletes, but they love the core values of this company, and they're really behind what Rich really stands for, which is, you know, honor, courage, giving back, charity, things of that nature.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, I understand